Time now for Reporters Roundtable to put the headlines in perspective. Ross is back with us from the Texas Tribune in Austin. Bud Kennedy from the Fort Worth Star-Telegram joins us each week, as does Bernadine Steptoe, the political producer at WFAA in Dallas. Ross, we'll start with you and Beto O'Rourke. He is in Dallas a little later this afternoon, wrapping up his rollout tour all across the state. He told us earlier in the program, seemed to be softening his stance on guns, saying we need to protect the Second Amendment and also protect innocent lives. Is that going to play well with those Texas independent voters?
I don't think he's going to get out of the comments he made during the presidential race about coming to take away your assault rifles. Greg Abbott's already been advertising with it. I don't think if Beto might want voters to forget about it, but the Republicans don't want voters to forget about it. I think we're going to keep hearing that.
I think they'll keep hammering it home too. You're right. But the significance of Beto's campaign this time around, what is it?
Well, Beto has a much different task this time around. He's trying to lift up all the Democrats and trying to get some of them in a position to win up and down the ballot. It's a long shot to say he might have a chance to win. But, on guns, there's this great tradition in Texas that the Democratic candidate goes out and hunts dove on the first day of dove season. If Beto's going to convince anybody that he can hunt, he's going to need to stay out more than one day.
I didn't realize that must be an old tradition, Bud. I haven't followed that as much. Bernadine, along those same lines, is the Rio Grande Valley in play at all next year with the RNC making those investments down there? How competitive is it going to be in the governor's race?
I think every area in Texas will be competitive, especially down there, because you have seen Republicans where they have made strides in those areas. But I think that every area, and I don't think the Democrats will say that it's not competitive, and I think the Republicans will continue to say that it's competitive. But I think that every area in Texas will be competitive next year.
But I want to ask you about candidate filing underway as well, too. Some interesting names are popping up. Michelle Beckley and Jay Kleberg are both in the running for statewide offices here. Any other names surprise you on this?
Well, and Kleberg will have some money. He's a South Texas ranching family, but that's pretty deep down the ballot. I don't know how many people will switch over from the Republican to the Democratic side in the middle of the ticket just because they like somebody who's running for land commissioner. I think what's surprising is we don't have as many Democratic names yet. We don't, the ticket isn't full, and Democrats are a little slower to fill out the race. It's going to be an uphill slug.
It sounds that way, Ross, where it might be an uphill slug for Texas Democrats. They look pretty thin right now. What do you think we should expect now that Beto's on the ticket? Is he going to help fill out the ballot, down ballot?
Well, we've got a couple more weeks for people to sign up. They might feel better knowing that there's going to be $100 million or $150 million race up at the top of the ticket to draw voters to the polls. They've seen some other people get in, but the Democrats don't seem to be, the candidate Democrats don't seem to be as enthusiastic this time so far.
And Bernadine, why do you think that is?
Because I think that they didn't see a path to victory before Beto joined the race. I think that you're going to see more people getting in, but it's not surprising in the sense that they've never had a top ticket candidate until now. And I think that now that you have someone who can raise money and help the down ticket, you're going to see more people getting in. And they should. They should if they want it to be a competitive race. Jason, they're going to have to get their voters to the poll.
Yeah.
The more candidates you have, the more likely you are to excite and get the voters to the poll.
Bud, what do you think? Final word on this. Do you think they'll get their? Do you think
Jason,
they'll fill out the ballot?
Look what happened back in 2010. It was the Obama midterm. Bill White spent $25 million and Rick Perry still won by 13 points. It's going to be a tough mathematical challenge for the Democrats.
Yeah, indeed so. It very well could be. Guys, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Thanks for being with us this Sunday.